Are you tired of seeing your paycheck disappear before you even get a chance to breathe? With rising rent, increasing cost of groceries, and seemingly no room left to save, it's no wonder the thought of buying a home feels so out of reach for so many of us. But here's the truth. Saving for a down payment is absolutely possible, even if it doesn't feel like it today. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through every single step from building your budget to stacking savings so you can get out of the rent trap and into a home you can finally call your own. Welcome to the channel. I'm Alewelt, owner of the Bloat Ridge Group right here in Des Moines. I'm a local realtor and someone who's been through this process myself. I know firsthand what it feels like to think you'll never save enough for that down payment, but also what it feels like when you finally hold those keys in your hand, whether you're living in Des Moines or anywhere else in the world. Today's video is all about creating a strategy that puts you in control of your money and your future. We're not just about cutting out coffee and skipping on eating out. We're diving deep into real strategies you can use to put you further ahead. Let's get started. Number one, let's understand the real cost of buying a home. Before you can save for a home, you have to understand what you're saving for. When you say down payment, people usually think 20%, but that's not always the case. There are loan programs out there like FHA, which allow for as little as 3.5% down, or conventional loans starting at 3% for first-time buyers. And if you're a veteran or buying in a rural area, you might qualify for a VA or USDA loan that requires 0% down. I'm a visual person, so I'll put the numbers on the screen here. For a $300,000 home, 3% down is $9,000, 3.5% down is $10,500. It's still a chunk of money, but it's a lot more realistic than 20%, which would be $60,000, by the way. But here's where people commonly forget. Your down payment isn't the only cost. You'll need to factor in closing costs, which is usually 2 to 5% of the purchase price, moving expenses, because that U-Haul needs to be paid for, utility setup fees, initial maintenance or furniture costs. So if you're budgeting $10,000 for a down payment, you might want to aim for $13,000 to $15,000 in total just to be safe. That's your target. Now let's talk about how to reach it. Number two, get clear on your current finances. When you are starting to track your money, you'll want to start by listing your monthly income after taxes, all fixed expenses, think your mortgage or rent, utilities, car payment, insurance, and subscriptions, and then your variable expenses, your groceries, your gas, restaurants or fast food, and entertainment. Then calculate how much is left over. That's your potential savings before we optimize. Now, before we cover the key actions to save more money each month, I ask that you hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. It's 100% free and lets the YouTube algorithm know to share our videos to more people that could use our help. Let's get back to the video. Number three, now that we are clear on our own finances, we need to eliminate what's called budget bloat. This is where we take a magnifying glass to your spending. This part isn't fun, but it's powerful. You'd be shocked by how many people find hundreds of dollars a month in waste once you start looking. Start by asking yourself, are you using all of these subscriptions? Cut the ones you forgot about or barely use. My wife and I found out we were both paying for Paramount Plus, so she cut hers, and that saves us a few dollars each month. Are you overspending on food? Meal prepping can cut your grocery bill by 20 to 30%. Once my wife and I found out just how much we were spending on food, we personally were able to drop our food budget by 30%. Are you paying interest on credit cards? Consider a debt payoff strategy or consolidation to free up some cash. There are tons of strategies about paying off debts, but the real hard part is making sure your habits around money align with your goals. The key is to cut without completely depriving yourself. If you're too strict, it won't stick, but trimming the fat from your budget gives you room to breathe and grow your savings. Number four, automate your savings. Let's talk about one of the most overlooked steps, reviewing your monthly expenses. This is where budgeting becomes your secret weapon. Grab your bank statements, your credit card transactions, anything that shows what you're spending. Look at the last 2 to 3 months and start categorizing your expenses. You'll quickly see patterns. Maybe you're spending $200 a month on takeout, or that $10 monthly subscription you forgot about has been charging you for 2 years. These are opportunities hiding in plain sight. Now, once you've seen where your money's going, it's time to create a realistic monthly savings goal. You don't need to cut every joy out of your life. Budgeting isn't about punishment. It's about planning. Let's set a specific goal, maybe $300 a month, and treat it like a recurring bill. Automate that transfer into a separate savings account. Call it your dream home fund, freedom account, or whatever motivates you. And speaking of accounts, make sure you open a high yield savings account. These accounts offer better interest than your traditional checking or savings account, which means your money grows while you sleep. It's small growth, but every dollar counts when you're building towards a big goal like home ownership. Now, currently in May of 2025, many banks are giving between 3 and 4+% rates for their high yield savings accounts. So I'll post a link down in the description below where you can find a bank that you can trust. After much research, I personally went with Wealthfront. which is actually a brokerage account that also has banking services and offers up to $8 million in FDIC coverage. So even your larger deposits are covered when the standard banks only cover $250,000. So far, I really like their simplicity and how quick money can be transferred in and out to normal checking account at my bank. Their accounts also come with a debit card, so you can use the account like a checking account. And here's the awesome part. Because I like their app and services so much, I partnered with them to also offer all of you a promo code that gives you an additional 0.5% savings for 3 months when you deposit money into an account. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it's higher than most any other banks out there that you find right now, and every dollar counts. Totally up to you, no obligation. I just really enjoy the company personally and want to share that experience with you. I'll put that link down in the description. SoFi and a few other banks are currently offering higher percentages as well, but Wealthfront had great reviews, allows you to invest in their app seamlessly, and also had the highest interest rate paid for your money. So it was a no-brainer for me. But I will post a link down in the description below to the article by NerdWallet so you can check through all those banks, which may find one that best aligns with you. Now let's touch on a couple of pro strategies you can use to accelerate your down payment savings. If you've ever felt like saving up for a down payment was impossible, these strategies will help make it even more doable. Let's start with the windfalls and lump sums. A lot of people think saving for a home means putting away a little bit each month, and that's important, but what really moves the needle are those lump sum deposits. Tax refunds, throw them into the down payment fund. Work bonus, drop it in. Gift money, unexpected check, that goes in too. These moments are often overlooked, but they can give your savings a serious jumpstart. If you've got a talent, a hobby, or even just a little extra time, you can monetize it. Whether it's driving for a rideshare company on weekends, freelancing online, selling digital products, or even mowing lawns, there are dozens of options. The key isn't working yourself into the ground, so throw that out. It's about being strategic. Even making an extra $200 to $500 a month can put you thousands ahead by year's end. And here's another tip most people overlook. Cutting big ticket recurring expenses. This is where you look at items like car payments, cable TV, streaming services, and yes, gym memberships that you haven't used since January. One client I worked with saved over $1,000 a year just by switching insurance providers and negotiating their cell phone bill. That's money that now lives in their down payment fund, compounding monthly. If you're currently renting, here's a powerful tip. Consider a roommate for a set period of time. It's temporary, and I know it's not glamorous, but sharing rent and utilities for even a year could mean the difference between staying in a rental cycle or owning your own place. Some renters cut their monthly housing costs in half and bank the rest towards the next home. I personally did this with a good friend of mine in the Marines, and we were both able to cut our expenses by renting a house together. Now, let's go one level deeper and talk about shifting your habits and mindset, because no strategy works without the right mindset behind it. Stay motivated and mentally focused on your home buying goal. Saving for a down payment isn't just about numbers, it's about mindset. If you're serious about becoming a homeowner, especially if you're living in Des Moines or planning on moving to Des Moines, then getting your mind right is just as important as getting your budget right. Here's something I always tell people. You need to think of your why. Why do you want to own this own home? It's not always the best option for everybody. Is it for security? Stability for the kids? The ability to paint your walls whatever color you want without asking permission? Maybe it's about finally putting roots down in a community that you love. Whatever it is, write it down. Literally put it on a sticky note and tape it to your mirror. Make it the background on your phone. Because when that Friday night pizza and weekend getaway tempts your budget, your why will remind you what you're really working toward. Next, set mini milestones and celebrate them. Trying to save $20,000 can feel overwhelming, but saving your first $1,000, that's a win. Then your next $5,000, another win. Just like running a marathon, you don't think about mile 26 when you're on mile 2. You celebrate small victories because they build momentum and make that goal feel real. Also, build accountability into your process. This can be as simple as sharing your goal with a friend or partner, or work with a realtor like myself who can help you map out a price range and a timeline so you're not saving blindly, you're saving with a plan. Lastly, remind yourself that this is all temporary. You're not giving up fun or cutting back forever. You're making smart, short-term decisions for a long-term payoff. Homeownership isn't just about building equity. It's about building the life that you want, with freedom and flexibility that renting can't give you, knowing when you're ready to buy and what to do next. So you've built your budget, created savings momentum, and tracked every dollar with intention. Now comes the question, how do you know when you're actually ready to buy a home? First off, let's talk about financial readiness. A good rule of thumb is this. If you've saved enough for a down payment, have a little extra for closing costs and moving expenses, and still have at least 3 months of emergency savings left over, you're likely in a strong position to move forward. Here's an example. If you're planning to buy a $250,000 home and putting 5% down, that's $12,500. Add another $5,000 to $7,000 for closing costs, and ideally you'll want another $2,000 to $3,000 for the unexpected things that come up after move-in, like window blinds, new lawnmower, or that first big $600 Costco trip to fill the pantry. And remember, there are tons of options out there for buyers who may not have a huge down payment saved. Between FHA loans, USDA options, VA loans for veterans, and down payment assistance programs, there may be thousands of dollars in help just waiting for you to tap into. If you're unsure, talk to a lender. If you want to explore the options out there, my brother Michael Alewelt is incredibly knowledgeable and can run the numbers with you to give you a clear picture of what's possible. Second, consider your emotional and lifestyle readiness. Are you ready to stay in one area for the next 5 years? Do you feel comfortable taking on the responsibility of home maintenance and repairs? If you're nodding yes, those are signs you're ready to plant roots. And if you're still unsure, that's okay too. There's no pressure to rush. The goal here isn't to force a timeline or get you to buy a home. It's to prepare you to win when the right opportunity comes along. Now, here's what I recommend for your next steps. Speak with a lender. Even if you're not buying for the next 6 to 12 months, getting pre-qualified or pre-approved helps you understand what price range you are working with. In most cases, it's free. It doesn't lock you into anything, and it gives you power. And connect with a local realtor you trust. I'm based here in Des Moines and would be honored to walk with you through every step of the process. Whether you're just starting to browse or actively ready to shop, I'll help you navigate the market and avoid the common mistakes first-time buyers make. But even if you're not looking to live here, we offer real estate consulting and can help negotiate cheaper rates for the area you are intending to move. So either way, please feel free to reach out and keep refining that budget and keep saving. Use a tool like Monarch Money, Copilot, or a spreadsheet if you like, to check in on your progress monthly, and don't forget to reward yourself when you hit those milestones. It's not about deprivation, it's about direction. And lastly, stay educated and encouraged. Watch more videos like this, follow local housing updates, ask questions. You're not in this alone. And if you've made it this far in the video, you're already doing more than most people. Owning a home isn't just a dream, it's a plan, and you're already on your way. If you have any questions at all about budgeting, loan options, or the current housing market, feel free to reach out. My contact info is down in the description, and I'd love to help you take that next step towards homeownership. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as we will be posting more videos about the process of owning your home. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.